Good afternoon. It's Monday, July 26th. Half the year is gone. Have you been engaged? How are you making a difference? Well, before we get started with the Miami-Dade Chamber's Monday Connection, word from our sponsor.
Hi, I'm Matthew Pinzer, the Chief Marketing Officer at Jackson Health System. We're proud to be partnering with the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce to bring you this video series. We hope that it helps you to find new business opportunities across our community, and we look forward to working with you as we move into a new year.
Well, welcome back to Member Connections with the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. I'm Eric Knowles, President, and I am excited and I want to welcome you here as we talk with the one and only Mr. Joe Loussiant of Show Technology Incorporated. Joe, how are you? You're on mute. Take yourself off mute, Joe. There you go.
Hey there.
Hey. So
right.
Here we are. Like I said, man, half the year has already gone by. We're on the second half, and it's great to be here with you today to talk to you about Show Technology. Obviously, here we are, July 2021. What a difference a year makes. And I know you, when it came to pivoting, being a production company, being a company that was there in the midst of, you had to be out there and to be in the midst of, that's how you do your business. So tell folks about Show Technology before we even start talking about the pandemic and how you got started.
Okay. Well, Show Technology. Just a little bit about Show Technology. I think we touched a little bit about myself as well. Show Technology, we are a full-service audiovisual company headquartered here in North Miami. I'd like to think that I'm getting an echo. What was I? Well, to continue, Show Technology, we're a full-service audiovisual company based here in South Florida. When you think of production, when you think of event services, that's where we fall in as far as our services. Eric, as Eric mentioned, we've made some maneuvers during pandemic, and obviously we were affected pretty badly. But we found a way to bounce back and get creative with our services. We'll get right into that, Eric, if you would.
Yeah, as I said, I know being a full production company, you are engaged with events, and basically events were shut down back in 2020, and even to a certain degree, they're still shut down. We're starting to see some pickup. I mean, just this past weekend, we had Rolling Loud at the stadium, and where the Dolphins plays Hard Rock. But I know you had to pivot, and I'm sure you got engaged with PPP and all the other support that the local government, federal government had put in place. But what were some of the things that you did? I know personally one of the things that you did, but I want to hear from you. What were some of those things that you did?
Well, to rewind just a little bit back when the pandemic happened, we weren't sure, the extent of it. We started the year with a full calendar, and to get a lockdown and the calendar suddenly just empty. There was no way we could prepare ourselves for that. So we had to, figure out a way to bridge the gap and reinvent ourselves. Creativity is our background, so we've kind of find a way to make some differences. So we went from live event to virtual event and hybrid as well as creating a studio like what you see in the background here. So obviously, getting people together is the nature of our business. That didn't go well, or shut down, kind of changed everything I thought we were targeting as individual when the pandemic, because getting people together is what we do. So one of the things that we've done is we kind of, from our warehouse here in North Miami, we just kind of created a full-on studio to bring people together virtually. We've had galas, conference, seminars, CME programs, medical education, um, as well as just to common, funeral and church services, bringing people together. So it's all about reinventing ourselves and creating ways for people to get together.
Right. And I know you mentioned actually last year, we do our gala, our holiday gala in December. And last year, obviously in the middle of the pandemic, we pretty much said we weren't going to do it. And then we started seeing companies and yourself doing virtual events. And we made a decision in September of last year. Well, let's reach out to Joe and Show Technology and see if we could make it happen. And between September, basically in 3 months, we pulled the gala together. And it basically was because of your expertise that we were able to do that. And we had our gala virtually. And actually, it kind of expanded our footprint because people could come on from basically all around the world and see what we were doing. And so, and with that, we went from our gala to our business leaders lunch in March, in which, as you said, was a hybrid, in which we went from we were able to come back in person, having a somewhat modified event, not a full blown luncheon, but we had 150 people in the room. But we were able to also be virtual in that room, and we had a number of individuals on who actually participated in the general membership meeting. They weren't in the room, but they were in the room because of your technology and your expertise.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our team here, we through quite a bit of brainstorming. What are we going to do to bring people together, and how does this all work? I think what we've done has kind of, put us ahead of the game, and our studio, hybrid, creating drive-in theaters, that way to bring people together without creating any safety issues.
Right. So what do you see the future? You see the future being that hybrid in terms of going back to events. What do you see what does the outlook look like?
Well, from what we speculate, we believe that hybrid would be around for a while. I think that we would definitely get some live motion going, and it's the direction we're going in right now. But hybrid is something that would be around for a while, as well as live streaming.
Okay. I know. How long have you been in business?
I've actually been in business for 20 years now. Actually, 2020 made 20 years. We started back in 2000. Fast forward 20 years, here we are today. My background, just a little bit on my background. I was born in the Bahamas. Came here in the 80s, 81 to be exact. A large family, 8 brothers, 1 sister. believe it or not, I fall fourth down the line. We came up through, being in, I guess, Boy Scouts for probably, 8 to 10 years of our first decades. And me and my brothers were probably the entire troop. But I also moved into the hospitality. I worked for the airport, for the Marriott, and worked my way to director of audiovisual. They thought I was pretty good, and they gave me a second property. And then from there, I saw a need for productions outside of the hotel industry, and now we're doing events from 10 people to 10,000 people in boardroom or convention centers now.
So. Production companies, people don't realize the work that it goes into when you walk in a room and the sound is just right and all the visuals are right. Talk about the time that it takes to build a program.
Sure. See, it's one of the things that kind of it sets us apart. We're just not the in-house audiovisual that just come in cookie cutter and give you AV and you take it from there. We try to get involved from the grassroots, the creativity, creating a look and feel as an extension of your team doing your production. Therefore we have, control your content, the look, and up to, the closing of the event. So a lot of folks will kind of have the mindset, but don't know how to kind of bring it all to life. It's where we come in, and they have a group of experts that just allow these guys to do their magic, basically. But we've been doing this, like I said, for 2 decades now. So it's quite a bit to just put an event together. People say, "Oh, let's just do an event." There's a lot behind the scene. Depends on the magnitude of the event to kind of bring it all to life. So folks don't understand that they just kind of come to the event and it's lights, camera, action.
Right, and I know when we put the Chambers Gala together. And we had Bill Bellamy as the MC, and he actually entertained us a little bit as well. But a lot of the work that we did was pre-event, but we did go live that night. So it was a hybrid of live as well as pre-recorded content that you put together. And Bill Bellamy is in a hotel room in New York, and we're in the studio in Miami, and it really, it speaks volumes for the expertise that your company has and your team, how you pull that together. And then the other event that we did together that I was a part of was the 5,000 Role Models of Excellence project, and Martin Luther King breakfast. That they normally have, and obviously that breakfast is attended by 3,000-4,000 people, and they had to pivot and do it virtually. And as I said, I was a part to be able to participate in that. And this, talk about working with folks who, and not necessarily who don't know. Tell the folks, how they can be engaged with you to help pull off something that they may not have been able to do live, but they want to do it virtually. How can they get involved with you?
Okay. Well, first of all, look us up at showtechinc.com. That's showtechinc.com. We are, like I mentioned, a full-service audiovisual company. It doesn't cost anything to make a call in, get some ideas, get some thoughts, and what you would like to do, whether it's in the creative and just kind of creating a blueprint, or seeing the full through as far as a technical director or any content creating. It's what we do. So it costs you nothing. So give us a shout. And as far as that event that you mentioned, and actually we're just wrapping up a 6-week program for Baptist Health, and it's all virtual. Getting the continued medical education is definitely necessary. So they had to find a way and make a way. Like a 5,000 role model, we had the president and vice president had to be pre-recorded, as well as the congresswoman and yourself and several others. But you were live, as well as the commissioners and congresswoman. But behind the scene, there's a lot of moving parts to bring it all together. Especially when you're dealing with a live event, it is you have one time and one time only to strike gold at that point. So there was a lot of pre-production, and the execution was flawless, I would say.
You kind of threw that in there. You had the president and the vice president, but actually you mean the president, Joe Biden, and the vice president, Kamala Harris. You actually had to incorporate them. They actually put messages together for that program. So, I think I've seen you pinning George Bush. So it's not something new. You working with the presidents.
Actually, it will be our 4th president we're working with physically together. And several other constituents of the United States that we work with throughout our time, 20 years. It's always it's about creating that trust factor and having the background and record to prove so.
No, that speaks volumes itself. I mean, working with 4 presidents. Wow. Well, Joe, if they want to get in touch with you, they want to do a live production, or they want to do a hybrid production, or they want to do a virtual production, how can they do that?
Well, as I mentioned, you can reach out to showtechinc.com, or my email is av, as an audiovisual, avjoe @showtechinc.com. We will actually take that your event and kind of create the dream that you're thinking of. We've done it all and been a part of it all. So you with a trusted team here.
Well, really appreciate your time here, Joe. Want to thank those who have joined us today on our Member Connection. Look forward to you next week. We do this every Monday at noon. And also, just to let you know, this Friday, we are doing one of our first persons meetups at Lorna's Bar, Caribbean Bar and Grill in Miami Gardens. It's on 27th Avenue, right behind the Denny's. So join us with our membership meetup on this Friday, July 30th at 4 o'clock, Lorna's Caribbean Bar and Grill, and get to connect, meet other members of the Chamber, and those of you who are thinking about becoming members of the Chamber, as we meet and mingle and learn about how to do business with one another. This has been the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. Thank you for joining us. And thank you, Joe.
No, thank you for having me. Throughout my years of membership, I've met some great people, and the connection is definitely something I would engage you members to be involved with. It's done quite a bit for me, and I think if you guys activate yourself and get involved, the chamber really make that connection for you. So
thanks, Mills, Joe. Waiting for Matt to shut us down. You there, Matt?
Back.